Alright, hey guys, IDAX here. Today I'm going to be showing you the best way to make money in GTA, but before we get farther ahead, there's a couple requirements that you will need, being the Casca submarine thingy, and also the Sparrow helicopter that comes along with the submarine, for an additional like $1,000,000 plus or something like that. And if you can put the homing missiles on it, that would be great. You don't need the Sparrow right off the bat. You can come back and buy it. However, if you do have it, it's going to make this go much faster. So to start out, we're going to do this gather intel mission. This one is pretty straightforward, but there is a way to kind of speed it up a little bit. The first thing I always do, I come over here, fast travel. That's probably fairly obvious. Then once we get to the island, I'll go ahead and show you the best way to get it done as quickly as possible. Alright, so once you're kind of in this position here and you've used the bike to come to this point, you're going to find an ATV right here that's behind me, and you obviously come in through kind of the area that I'm looking at in front of me. And then what you'd want to do is make sure that you have the drainage tunnel already unlocked. There's other videos that show you how to do that. I'm not going to show you in this particular video, but it's fairly simple. Just you have to scope it out once, then you have it. But that is the way that we're going to be using to infiltrate the compound for the heist. So at this point, once you're on the ATV, you just want to make sure you don't get detected by anything. And you're just gonna, okay, there we go, that direction. Yeah, just keep an eye on those cars. They kind of pop up and spawn randomly, but it's fairly simple to navigate up to the communication tower. Alright, so once you make it to the communications tower, after using the ATV to get over here and navigate your way through the all the people and cars and whatnot, then you're obviously just going to find that signal box. Of course, if you've done this heist already, you know where it's at, or the general area. You may have to climb up or down to find it. In my case, I'm having to climb up. Then once we get there, what I'm going to do is obviously do the little easy hack thing that it has, and then what I typically do is just either jump off the tower if I'm high enough off, or up rather. I just jump off of it, and then I'll spawn right next to the plane, and I can take off right away. If you're on the bottom, you're just going to want to get spotted real quick, and then go ahead and you'll spawn right next to the plane, so then you can just take off. And that is the quickest way to get through this particular setup. Alright, so once you get back to your submarine in the game, what you're going to want to make sure is that you are at Vespucci Beach. If I get over here to the fast travel thing, and you're going to want to put your submarine in that position. So right now, I think I may be as close as I possibly can to Vespucci Beach. You just want to be right next to the, yeah, you want to be kind of right where you're seeing on my map right now to do these setups I'm about to show you. There's a particular set of them that are in this area. So if you park the submarine here and then do these setups, it's going to be the quickest possible way of doing it. Let's see here, so we go over to prep. The approach vehicle, I normally do that last. I'm going to show you guys the trick to do the submarine Casca. The setup is kind of difficult, sort of, but I have a method of doing it easily the first time, every time. As far as weapon loadout, we're going to be using the Conspirator. Then we're going to add suppressors to that. So go ahead and buy that right now. And also, I won't be showing actually how to do this one. This one's actually pretty straightforward. It's basically just the equipment one, or not equipment, it's the submarine is what I'm going to be showing, okay? So, I'll show you guys how to do that one. The equipment, we're going to just be doing plasma cutter, fingerprint cloner, and the cutting torch. You do not have to worry about demolition charges, just these three right here that I just went over. And those are all very easy. You just basically follow what it says. Again, weapon loadout, Conspirator with the suppressors, and that one's very easy as well. The approach vehicle, we will be doing the submarine like I said, and this one is a little bit difficult. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do this one, and a matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and start with it right now, and get it out of the way, and then I'll finish up the other preps, and I'll come back to you guys with the heist. So when I start this one up, what I do is I just go over here again and fast travel as close as I possibly can to the submarine, or the mission area. So we try and find it here. Either one of these is pretty much going to work. And you're just going to fast travel on over to it. Give it a couple seconds here. Alright, so now that I've fast traveled over to this spot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in the Sparrow, and we're going to fly over there. There should be a helicopter and 3 boats in the water, and I'm just going to blow those up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get low to the water, and we're going to jump out of the Sparrow. Then when we hit the water, we're going to call in a dinghy, and the dinghy comes with the submarine, so you should already have it at this point. And I'll show you guys how this process works once I get over there.
If you wish to use submarine to get to Mr. Rubio's island undetected, we will need to deflect their sonar. But such equipment is not available on the open market. We will need to borrow it. And I have a lender all lined up. Merryweather are running tests on their new submarine, latest model. It will have what we need. I would bring you exact coordinates, but they are blocking my sonar. I know the general area for the test. We start there.
Okay. So once you have all that blown up, you're just going to get loads to the water here, so you can jump out, and you don't have to worry about dying when you hit the water. Go ahead and jump out, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and go over to our services in the Kosatka. And then we're going to go to request dinghy. Okay, and this is what we'll use to escape out of here once we go through the submarine and get the sonar scanner, sonar jammer thingy. And I'll show you guys how to do that. So let me go grab the sonar jammer, and I'll be right back. Alright, so once you have the sonar jammer, what you're going to want to do is just swim up out of the water up towards the dinghy. And when you get the sonar jammer, I recommend using the assault shotgun and using snacks and stuff to maintain your health when you're in there. It can get a little bit dicey. But anyways, you grab that thing, swim up to the dinghy, and you want to hop in here. As quick as you can, you want to head in a straight line to the submarine, and being in a straight line is going to be important. Because these helicopters have gunners on the side, and if you're sideways to them, they can hit you. So as long as you stay straight like this, as you see, they can't even shoot at me right now. So you're just going to go straight over to the submarine. Basically, you're just going to park it on the top of the submarine and you hop off and go right inside, and that's all there really is to it. It's that easy. Alright, so once you have completed the Kostka setup, what you're going to want to do is make sure you fast travel your submarine back over to Vespucci Beach. This is where the next set of setups are going to be. So if the submarine is as close as it possibly can be to that area, is obviously you're going to have way less time of flying in between or driving, whatever you're using. So this is typically how I do it. I do the submarine missions separate from the other 4, and this speeds up the time a lot more because you're not having to fast travel in between missions and go back and forth and whatnot. So now all the rest of the missions are going to be around the Vespucci Beach area. They're all fairly easy, so I'm going to go ahead and knock those out, and I'll be back with the heist. Alright guys, so once you're doing the fingerprint cloner setup, one thing I forgot to mention is I believe that you need to take out the security cameras when it says sneak into the archive, and you need to do this right here because in the actual heist itself, there's going to be a guy that can potentially drop keys. It will speed up this process quite substantially. And I think if we don't shoot those cameras out, it may cause the keys not to be dropped. And I'll explain this more once we get to the heist, but I just figured I'd point this out, and sorry for not remembering here ahead of time. Alright guys, so once you have all the setups done, we have our approach vehicle with the submarine, we got our equipment, everything except demolition charges, and of course our weapon loadout being the conspirator with suppressors. Alright, so now we can go over to the finale here. We're going to go ahead and start up, and I'm going to show you what we're going to select for each option. Let it load up here. And yeah, we're doing this all solo, so we're just going to go ahead and start it. Yeah, start it on your own. This is by far the best solo method to make money. Yeah, it's it takes a little bit of time, but it's legitimate. You're not glitching anything. You're not going to have to worry about getting your set or anything like that. So we have the Kosatka right here is our approach vehicle infiltration point. As I said earlier, you have to scope out the drainage tunnel during the gather intel mission, so we can select that here. Then we're going to go down to compound entry, which is the same as this. Escape point. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the main dock here because we're going to grab a couple secondary targets on our way out. So we're going to leave through the main dock, and then time of day we're going to go at night. And of course, yeah, weapon loadout, got everything. Alrighty, so then we can go ahead and start it up. Alright, so once you swim over to the drainage tunnel and come up, you're going to head to your right. So you're going to head this direction. You're going to whip out the weapon here. You're going to come up these stairs and just follow the route basically that I'm showing you right now. You're going to just come through here, and then once you get to these steps, you're going to want to slow down. And this guard that's moving right here, you want to wait for him to move like he is, and you're going to walk up behind him like this. Wait till he stops. We just don't want to be too loud or anything here so they don't hear us. So he's going to stop right there. Just go ahead and take him out. Now as you see, he did not drop keys. Sometimes he will. So if this doesn't happen, the keys aren't dropped, it's fine. Just move on over to here and take this guy out as well. And as you see, he did drop the keys. Now, if he did not drop the keys, then you'd have to move on to the other guys. So if you look on my mini map, there's another dude that has a red like vision of sight. So you'd come up these stairs right here and go up to your left, and you would wait for him to move and then stop, and you take a shot on him. And he could potentially drop the keys. If not, then you would just go into El Rubio's office and do the fingerprint cloner. It would take a little bit longer. That's happened to me a few times. I'm not 100% sure why. But if you get the keys, you just come right here to where I'm showing you. You're going to come in here, speeds it up a lot more. Head over this direction, and then you're just going to do the fingerprint cloner. Alright, so once we have the primary target, then we're just going to head back the way we came. We do want to keep an eye out on your mini-map just to make sure there's no one that's going to be in your way. As you see here, there's a, like the Juggernaut thing. I'm not exactly sure where he's at. Okay, I think we should be good. Yeah, he's right there. Okay, fine. Yeah, but that's something you want to keep an eye on. But anyways, if you have the keys, you just come up right here. And you can go through this gate right here. If you did not have the keys, you would come just over this stairs and come up this way, and you just have to kill the people that are in your way. Since we have the keys, we're just here. And we're gonna go ahead and take out the guy that is standing right here. And we can open up the gates, and you simply just run over to this checkpoint right here, and then you can escape. Alright, so once you get through that little cutscene, then you're just gonna run up the road here. As you see, there's a guy over to our left, so we're gonna take him out. Got another guy right up the road here. And then for these two dudes that are right here, what we're going to do is we're going to get out this C4, the sticky bomb thingy. We're going to get in range to throw it at him. Right when it's about to hit, go ahead and blow him up. And that doesn't get you detected or anything, just takes him out at the same time. If you want to watch that camera and hop on the bike, head up this way, stay a little to the right, and you should be good. So we're going to head to the main dock through the kind of this off-road terrain. It's kind of difficult to stay consistent with one specific route, but just you can kind of see on the mini-map where you need to be. And you'll see where I end up actually coming into this area once I get down there. Let's see here. Again, keep an eye out on the guards. So you want to be kind of right about where I'm at right now, and we're going to head down to this position where the secondary target is at that we're going to go ahead and take. So you want to come right here. I'm kind of scanning around to show you. Come right here, come down to this edge, and there's going to be a guard, so we want to get him. There we go, and this camera should not be a problem. Just stay close to the wall, and as you see here, we have secondary targets, and we can just burn through this lock. Grab these, and there's one other spot for secondary targets as well that we'll check after we get this loot. Okay, now in this scenario, the loot bag was filled here in this one spot, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the other location just in case your loot bag was not filled. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and sometimes secondary targets, there might not even be any at either location. It just really depends on the mission, or the primary target is what I was trying to say. It depends on how much that value is in regards to how much you will get as secondary targets. But most time you make over $1 million, like 1.2 million every single time. But anyway, yes, you would just take out this guard right here, and then we got to take out this guard as well. Oh man, okay, let's see, we got spotted here in this case. I'm not exactly sure how he saw me, but the other secondary targets is right here. And our bag's already filled, so you know, we don't have to grab that. But yeah, be careful so you don't get spotted like I just did right there. Luckily it didn't set off any alarms, so I'm not really sure how you saw me, but anyways, so yeah, once you have your bag full, or you just don't have any loot available, you just follow the route that I'm showing you right now. So you're going to come up over this direction. There's a couple more guards we have to take out before we hop onto the boat and take off. It's going to be this guard right here. Go ahead and take him out. And there's one more over on this dock that I'm going to show you. Head over here, and we want to take this one out. Like that. Alright. Then we can hop on either boat you want, really doesn't matter. You're going to come out this way, watch out for the attack boats and whatnot, but otherwise you're pretty much good. Alright guys, so as you're about to see here, it's going to be right around $1.1 million what we're going to end up taking here. This is solo method. Takes just about an hour or so to do the whole entire thing. And this is by far the best method in GTA to do this legitimately. We're also going to get the elite challenge here, as you see. I believe we should be getting it. Yep. Okay. So yeah, if you get a full loot bag and do exactly what I did, you'll have the elite challenge as well. But yeah, this is by far the easiest solo method in the game, legitimately, not having to worry about getting banned, reset, anything like that. And that's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.